Hello, everybody. Welcome to Yin and Restorative Yoga with some gentle movement to begin. My name is Michelle Chua, and for this practice, you want to have as many props as you have around, such as 2 blocks, a strap, a bolster, and a blanket. Let's begin in any comfortable seated position that allows you to feel upright in your spine, grounded and relaxed. Taking a moment to not only physically but mentally arrive in your yoga practice. In these past few weeks, we've been revisiting the 7 main chakras, and this week we've been highlighting the 3rd main chakra, which is called Manipura chakra. And it is the solar plexus energy center located around the mid-torso, which is like the upper belly, the middle back, and has a lot to do with how you relate to your ego. It's actually called the seat of the ego, and how you have the willpower to be motivated to achieve your goals and protect or uphold what is sacred to you. It's your inner fire. So not only your fire to take action, but also balance that action. Sometimes it means not taking action, right? And it's your inner fire of digestion, which is called Agni. So the element of the earth is fire. Want to read a few questions of self-inquiry that you might use to just check in with how your solar plexus energy is doing at this moment, how it's flowing. So number 1, how would you rate your general energy level? 2, how would you rate your metabolism and digestion? 3, do you accomplish what you set out to do? 4, do you feel confident? 5, do you feel comfortable being different, if need be, from those around you? 6, are you intimidated by others? 7, are you reliable? And these are very general questions. As we know, our energy can fluctuate within a few minutes, right? Throughout the day, throughout the seasons, throughout the stages of our lives. So just a general way to check in. Let's take a moment to check in with the rest of our being. Maybe closing the eyes, begin to notice wherever your body is asking for your attention, just observing any prominent sensations, areas that might be feeling tense, or where you sense internal movement like vibration or pulsation. From one body part to another, continue to journey through the inner landscape of your physical body. The intention here is just to be aware of what's happening in your body, not to label anything as good or bad. Bring your awareness to the way the breath is flowing into and out of your body, sensing its depth, smoothness, anything you can feel. And how you're breathing, observing your overall energetic state of being. Notice the state of your mind. By what you have been feeding your attention, what has been growing in your mind. Tuning into your heart energy, what feels most alive in you right now emotionally. Allowing it to be just as it is, as you simply observe it. Feel the support that is physically beneath your body and press into that support as you invite a deeper inhalation. Opening your mouth to slowly let it go. Filling up a little slower, sensing where the breath moves in your body. Maybe sighing it out as you open the mouth to empty it. Allow a few longer exhalations through the mouth, expanding a little bit more with each inhalation. I invite you to think of anything right now that you feel gratitude for. Letting gratitude empower your heart and mind. As you narrow down a focus for this practice, consider any areas in your life in which you would like to feel more confident, courageous, a healthy connection to your ego or sense of identity. Or maybe areas in which you want to exert more willpower, dedication, following through with goals. Or in any way that you may want to promote your digestion, physically and metaphorically, how you digest whatever is happening in your life right now. I invite you to set your intention or personal prayer for this practice. And as you think of others besides yourself, to whom might you dedicate this practice as a way of extending loving kindness to them? And to open and later to close our practice, let's join our voices in chanting the Bija mantra of Manipura chakra, the seed sound of your solar plexus energy center that helps to awaken energy flow there. And that is Ram, Ram. You might visualize at your mid or upper belly, mid back, a glowing, bright, fiery, powerful sun, solar energy, solar plexus, and letting the seed sound originate and emanate from there. 3 times. Let in a deep breath. Ram. Ram. I invite you now to continue to breathe just through the nose if that is comfortable for you, closing the lips. And let's start a breathing technique that helps us to really feel the full expansion of the inhalation as we lengthen the exhale too. And it is a calming breathing technique to invite that energy into our yin practice. It's called Durga Pranayama, or 3-part breathing. So as you're sitting tall and relaxed, feel your whole torso from the bottom of your pelvis to the top of your neck, and visualize dividing it into 3 cross sections. The first is from your pelvic floor to your belly button, all the way around. The second encompasses most of your rib cage at your mid torso. The third is your chest, upper back, shoulders, and neck. I'll invite you to breathe in just 1/3 of the breath into the first section, another third into the middle, another third into the top. We'll hold the breath in, relaxing and observing our bodies. And then we'll exhale very slowly through the nose and hold the breath out. That's 1 cycle. Let's try 3 cycles together and 3 cycles on your own. So let's prepare to begin. You might place a hand at the top section, chest, bottom section, below the belly button, just to help you to feel where you're breathing into. Maybe close the eyes. Let's prepare to start by emptying this breath. Into the first section, inhale 1/3 of the breath. Pause. Into the middle, inhale 1/3. Pause. Into the top, inhale 1/3. As you hold the breath in, relax the shoulders, sit tall, observe your body, and through your nose, very slowly empty the breath. Hold the breath out, keep sitting tall and relaxed. Round 2, inhale into the lowest section. Pause, inhale into the middle. Pause, inhale into the top. Hold the breath, relax. Through the nose, slowly exhale. Hold the breath out. Third cycle, inhale lowest section. Pause, inhale middle. Pause, inhale top. Hold it in, relax. Exhale very slowly. Hold it out. Continue for 3 more cycles on your own. Fine-tune a smooth transition between each inhale, between the exhales. Gentle quality to the breath. Taking your time when you finish, release control of the breath and observe anything you're feeling. And now let's continue deepening the breath without holding it, breathing into all 3 parts very slowly. And when you reach the top of the breath, smoothly transition to the exhalation just as slowly. Letting the previous practice of Durga Pranayama inform you of how it feels to really maximize the length of each breath, both in and out, without tensing the breath or the body. If you haven't already started, begin to create a gentle whispering sound as you feel the breath. Listen to the breath now by softly constricting the back of the throat. So we're now practicing Ujjayi Pranayama, victorious breathing, which invites calm and focus while balancing your energy, which will be helpful when we start to move the body and place it in asanas. See if you can keep this very slow, mindful, smooth rhythm going. Now we're going to start to move to that breath pace. Let's come on down to hands and knees, all 4s. And we'll begin to move the spine in cat-cow pose, Vidalasana. So spread the fingers at the top of your mat. Stack the shoulders on top of the wrists. Step the knees back a couple inches behind the hips. Parallel the shins, hips width apart. And as slow as the inhalation, glide your chest forward, rolling the shoulders behind you. Look up as you lift the chest, stretching the front of the torso. As you exhale, contract the belly slowly, dropping your head and tucking the tailbone under, stretching the back of the torso around the back. Again, inhale, draw the heart forward, gazing up, cow pose. Exhale, lift the belly in, dropping the head, cat pose. Keep going for at least 5 more cycles of breath. Keep listening to that soft whisper in your breathing. In addition to opening up, twisting the solar plexus region, which will include some gentle back bends of opening the fronts of the shoulders. We had a request to focus a little bit more on the shoulders, the backs of the shoulders too, so we'll integrate that. Let's meet in child's pose when you're ready to bring the feet together to touch. Knees can be together or as wide apart as it's most comfortable for you. Let your pelvis sink back and down to your heels while you actively reach the arms forward. Breathe into the sides of your rib cage, especially in the middle of your torso. Let the shoulders relax back away from the neck as you lengthen the crown of your head forward. And by rolling your outer upper arms or triceps towards the ground, as you might do in downward dog, spread the shoulder blades across your back ribs in protraction. Feel the breath smoothly transition in through all 3 parts of the torso and out of all 3 parts of the torso. Maybe focusing a little more into the back of your torso here. Keeping your heart and head close to the ground, please walk your hands over to the right, maybe reaching them both outside of your mat as far as you can reach while drawing your left hip back towards your left heel, creating a lateral stretch for your spine. Now you might focus on breathing more into the left side of your torso. One more long exhalation here. And very slowly crawl your hands onto your mat again and begin to reach over to the left. Maybe both hands outside of the mat. Drawing your right hip back towards your right heel. And maybe visualizing breathing deeper along the right side of your torso. One more deep breath. And then crawl your hands onto your mat, stepping the hands shoulders distance apart. Come forward onto hands and knees again and separate your feet hips width apart. Then tucking your toes, lift your hips high, and feel free to keep the knees as bent as it allows you to create the feeling of a flat back as you send your weight towards the rear of your mat. Pressing the ground away with fingers spread, start to move your body any way that it wants to loosen up, such as pedaling your feet in place to warm up the backs of your legs, and maybe also swiveling your hips side to further stretch your outer hips and sides of your torso. Let your head hang as freely as possible as you lift the shoulders back, creating spaciousness and easefulness around your neck and shoulders while wrapping your triceps towards the ground. Spread the shoulder blades across the back ribs. Pressing your chest towards your shins, keep lifting your sitting bones high. And now walk your feet apart, wider than hips distance, maybe as wide as the width of your mat. And step your feet forward a few more inches closer to your hands, maybe about 3 to 5 inches closer. Let's prepare for a spinal twist here. So either leave your left hand on the floor or prop your left hand on a block for easier access. And cross your right hand to catch hold of your outer left calf or ankle, whatever you can reach. Press your right heel more deeply towards the earth to keep your hips leveled so you're not twisting at the pelvis. And then look under your left armpit towards the sky. Let your head hang loose, soften your jaw. Tune into about 4 more deep breaths, rotating the rib cage across your waistline, twisting. And on the next exhalation, lower your right hand at the front of the mat. And you can prop it up on a block if that allows you easier reach. Cross the left hand to catch hold of your right outer calf or ankle. Press your left heel more deeply towards the earth and look under your right armpit towards the sky. Then let your head just hang loose. Soften the neck. Feel the breath enter into all 3 parts of the torso. Just the slowly cleansing exhales, twisting at the area of your solar plexus. Last 2 deep breaths here. Now let your hands just dangle towards your legs. You might bend the knees a lot and hold opposite elbows, maybe sway the spine, shake the head. Keep the knees very bent and let the arms hang loose. Start to roll up very slowly on 1 or 2 breaths, as if you're stacking 1 vertebra at a time, lifting the head last. Circling the shoulders forward and up, and exhaling as you roll them back and down. Let's try a couple more shoulder circles. Inhale forward and up. Exhale back and down. Forward and up. Maybe a long sigh as you release the shoulders. Ha. Heel toe your feet closer together so they're about hips distance apart, parallel to each other. And let's bend the elbows like a cactus shape, crossing the left elbow over the right. Either hook your thumbs or wrap your forearms and palms. Draw the shoulder blades down your back ribs and lift your elbows to the height of your shoulders, gently pressing your forearms away from your face. Imagine breathing into the space between the shoulder blades and down into the rear area of your solar plexus energy center towards the kidneys. Breath by breath, lengthening the tailbone downward towards the ground, right between the heels. Find the area just beneath your shoulder blades to create an arch in the back, lifting your chest as you might start to tilt your gaze upwards, while lengthening the back of your neck. 1 more deep breath, broadening across the shoulder heads. Now let in 1 breath, And as you exhale, back stroke the arms and release them down by your sides. Shimmy out the shoulders. Let's bend the elbows apart and cross the right elbow over the left. Hook your thumbs or wrap your forearms and palms. Slide the shoulder blades down the back ribs. Lift the elbows to the height of the shoulders. Gently press the forearms away from your face. Breathe into the space between the shoulder blades and stream the breath downward towards the bottom of your rib cage, the area of your kidneys. Keep lengthening your lower spine, so let the tailbone reach towards the earth between the heels. And right under the shoulder blades, invite an arch that tilts your chest upwards. Lengthen the back of your neck. Broaden across the tops of your shoulders. 2 more deep breaths here. One more inhale. And as you exhale, backstroke the arms. Release the arms down and shake out the arms, shake out the hands. I'm going to invite you into a cleansing spinal twist stemming from Qigong practice. So step the feet a little wider than hips distance apart. And generally parallel, they can be slightly turned out. Bend the knees loosely so you really feel like you're resilient to being pushed over, but you're rooted down and you can sway and adapt, shift your weight around. And with that, let the arms hang loose. Visualize the area of your solar plexus as you bend the knees so the pelvis stays generally still, so you're not twisting there. You're twisting just beneath the rib cage, and start to twist. Let the arms flow loosely so that they start to tap your body as you twist. And you don't have to breathe to the rhythm you're twisting at. I'm twisting a little faster than I'm breathing, but stay aware of your breathing. Continue regulating deep inhalations, slow exhalations. We're going to continue for another 30 seconds, watching the clock. And you can let the arms tap high towards the upper back, stimulating circulation. You can tap low towards the lower back, giving yourself a massage, or medium height towards the mid back, inviting stimulation in the area of the kidneys. Last couple deep breaths. And relax. Let a hand rest at the center of your chest and a hand at your lower belly. And tune into 2 full breaths, as if you could breathe into your entire body. What are you noticing physically, energetically, mentally? Continue listening to the slow, mindful waves of breath. And let's step up to the top of your mat, feet hips width apart, parallel. Backstroke the arms and interlace the fingers behind your lower back. If you can, hug the heels of your palms together. That will open up the fronts of the shoulders just a little bit more. Now, if you try to lift the hands away from your lower back and it doesn't move very far, like let's say less than a foot away from the lower back, then grab a strap and space your hands as wide apart as you need, with the thumbs pointing away from your spine so that you can increase the range of motion, the distance you can move the hands away from the lower back. And that will invite a deeper stretch into the fronts of the shoulders as we fold. Now on your breath in, peel the shoulders behind you, look up, lifting your chest. As you breathe out, bend your knees as much as you need so that as you fold forward from the hips, you can really relax the spine, especially the neck. Now as you're stretching the arms forward, opening the fronts of the shoulders, for several more deep breaths, feel free to shake the head out, nod the head, maybe even sway the spine. Slightly bend your elbows so that you can also
Lift your shoulders and invite more space in your neck as you drop your skull. Feel into your jaw and all the muscles of your face, relaxing them. You might flutter your lips a few times to help relax the jaw and tongue. And then let the arms release down. Step back onto hands and knees, all fours. And let's enter our next spinal twist here. Coming in to thread the needle from hands and knees. You could keep 2 knees on the floor or stretch your inner thigh by starting with the right foot, stepping it out to the right. So the sole of the foot is flat on the ground. The arch of the right foot, the inner arch, is in line with the left knee. We're going to be threading the right arm underneath the left, bend to elbow. If you find that it becomes too cumbersome as you do that, you can always place the right knee back down. And you could rest your head on your pillow or any prop. So breathing in, raise the right arm and open your chest. Breathing out, thread the right arm under your left, bend to elbow. Lower the right side of your head all the way down. Use as many props as you need to rest your head on so that you can be relaxed here. Breathing slowly and evenly. Where is your body asking for your attention? Is there a prominent sensation happening? You might close the eyes and focus on breathing into that region by visualizing it. Two more deep breaths here. And start to come up to hands and knees again, gently. Take your time switching sides. If you stepped your right foot out, you might on this side step the left foot out. As you press the right hand into the ground, inhale, raise the left arm and open your chest. Exhale, thread your left arm under your right, bend to elbow, lowering the left side of your head completely. Remember to use props as you might need so that you can be comfortable here. Inviting the twist across your waistline. Try to stabilize your pelvis. Where is your body needing your attention here? Maybe close the eyes and visualize breathing into there. One more deep breath. And gently begin to press up again to hands and knees. And from hands and knees to Ashtangasana. As you breathe in, slowly glide forward, hug the elbows to your rib cage and lower your belly gently to the ground. Then lower your chest, then lower your chin. On your next inhale, slither down onto your belly forward. Let's crawl the fingertips outside of your mat, bending your elbows apart. We're going to come into some moving cobra poses with the arms wide, just to bring a little more openness into the front area of Manipura chakra, the mid-belly region or the upper belly region. So as you ground firmly down through the tops of your feet and actively stretch your legs long behind you, keep your pelvis on the floor and begin to breathe in as you roll the shoulders behind you, slowly lifting the chest, broaden it. And as you exhale, look over your right shoulder and see if you can drop the right shoulder back and down a little more. Inhale through center, keeping the chest broadening. Exhale, roll the left shoulder back and look behind it. Inhale, center. Again, right shoulder rolls back as you look over it. Inhale, center. Exhale, left shoulder rolls back and down as you look over it. One more on each side. Breathe in, center. Breathe out, drop the right shoulder, look behind. Inhale, center. Left shoulder, exhale. Then place your forearms on the floor in front of you, coming into Sphinx pose. Let your elbows land directly under your shoulders so that you can lift the chest and broaden the collarbones. And while still actively stretching your legs long behind you and grounding every toenail, let your inhalations encourage your sternum to lengthen forward. While you lengthen the back of your neck, with your exhalations, can you release the shoulder blades further down your back? So we're stretching the front of the torso besides the fronts of the shoulders here. If your neck needs to loosen through movement, feel free to explore any kind of gentle movement in your neck. If you need to release tension by creating sounds as you exhale, feel free. You can either vocalize the seed sound Ram, or you can stick out the tongue, open the mouth and eyes wide with lion's breaths, which helps to release excess heat too. Just a couple more breaths here. Slide the palms back so you can gently press up and bring the legs in front of you to sit. Let's prepare for a forward fold, stepping your right foot on the floor, just in front of your right hip. And I'm going to invite you into a bind. So this comes from Ashtanga yoga tradition. So grab your strap, and the bind is to help continue opening the fronts of the shoulders and promote that opening here too in the upper belly as we're folding down. So it's kind of two things at once. Place the strap behind you like this. Bring the left hand to the floor outside the left hip. Flex the left foot, so curl the left toes towards the left shin. And as you press your two sitting bones down, and you could elevate your pelvis on a folded blanket if your back tends to round while you're doing this position in the body. It can help to lift up. Raise the right arm, sit up a little taller, but relax the shoulders. Breathe in here. And as you exhale, just lean the torso forward. We're not trying to fold all the way yet here. Extend the right arm forward and cross it in front of the right shin. Now grab the strap on the right side of your leg, grab the strap on the left side, and then walk your hands as close together as you can. Now some of you might be able to clasp your hands and you won't use the strap, or you might hold the left wrist with the right hand. Just find your capacity, and as you continue to root down to the sitting bones, breathe in and lengthen the spine diagonally forward, lifting the chest, slide the shoulder blades down the back. And breathe out, continue to twist. Breath by breath. Imagine there's a string at your sternum towards the center of your chest.
and it's being pulled lovingly forward past your left pinky toe. So keeping that slight lift at your sternum while lengthening also the back of your neck. Last 3 breaths here. So not only opening the fronts of the shoulders as we're folding, but giving a little compression to that right side of the abdomen and stimulating digestion as we fold. Root down to the pelvis, lead with your chest, and as you breathe in, slowly rise all the way up. Release your arms, drop the right knee open, and bring the sole of your right foot towards your groins. See if you can open the thighs a little wider than a 90-degree angle. And you may want to use a strap around the ball of your left foot here as we enter another twist, a twisting version of head to knee pose. So if you're holding a strap, hold it in your right hand. Place the left hand on the outside of your left leg. Now, 2 things to do with the left foot. Both kick into the strap and flex the foot so the toes curl towards the shin. Root down to your 2 sitting bones. Slide the shoulders down as you lift all the way up through the spine, back of the skull. Breathe in. Now stay upright and turn your rib cage to the left so that you're aiming your sternum to point to the outside of your left leg. Now, as you exhale, begin to fold diagonally in that direction while trying to root the right sitting bone down. Pause as you breathe in. Press off the ground with the pelvis and stretch the spine where it is. Maybe see if you can fold a little more in that direction as you breathe out. Notice anywhere in your body that you might focus your breath into, anywhere that's calling your attention the most here. One more deep breath. Press down to your 2 sitting bones. Lead with your chest. Inhale to slowly rise. Put the strap aside. Relax the left foot from all that flexing and straighten your right leg forward. Bend your left knee and step the left foot on the floor in front of the left hip. You might hold the shin for a moment and just really try to root down to your sitting bones and sit up tall, relax the shoulders. So as you're flexing the right foot, the toes are curling back towards the right shin. Place your strap around you. So one is on the right side of you, one end is on the right, one end is on the left. And place the right hand on the floor outside the right hip. Raise the left arm, sit up a little taller as you breathe in, rooting down through the sitting bones. Exhale, fold just slightly so that you can wrap the left arm in front of your left shin. Keep the breath going as you hold on to both ends of the strap with both hands and walk your hands as close together as you can, creating that bind that promotes opening the fronts of your shoulders as we're folding. If you can clasp the hands or hold the right wrist with the left hand, you can let go of the strap, press the sitting bones down again, and breathe in, stretch the spine from the pelvis. Keep opening the throat. If it's available, continue to fold with each exhalation. Imagine that string again from your sternum being pulled past your right pinky toe. Feel that compression on the left side of your abdomen. Feel the full length of your spine, especially all around the neck. About 3 more deep breaths here. Press down to your pelvis. Lead with your chest. Inhale to slowly rise up. Now drop the left knee open and see if you can widen the angle between your thighs, larger than a 90-degree angle, bringing the left heel or sole of the foot towards your groins. You might use a strap around the ball of your right foot here as we come into twisting Janu Shirshasana. Holding the strap in your left hand, place the right hand outside your right leg again. Both kick into the strap with the right foot and flex the foot. Root your two sitting bones down and breathe in as you lengthen up through the spine. Relax the shoulders, open the chest and throat. Breathe out as you turn the rib cage, aiming the sternum to face the right side of your right leg and start to fold from the hips in that direction. Inhale, root down through both sitting bones, especially the left, stretching the spine forward. Maybe you continue to fold as you breathe out for several more breaths. Notice where you can focus your breath here, especially. Press down to your pelvis, lead with your chest, and inhale, slowly rise, removing the strap. All right, let's take a moving version of seated bound angle pose, bringing the soles of your feet together, either holding them with your hands or using a strap as an extension of your arms, placing the strap around your outer feet so you can sit up tall, relax the shoulders. And really just, some people call this butterfly pose. Just flutter your wings for a few breaths here. And just a little massage into where your femur heads connect to your hip sockets. A few deep breaths. And then inhale, press the sitting bones down, lift the heart. And exhale, fold. Not too long, just a few deep breaths here. One more deep breath. Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. Press down through the pelvis, lead with the chest, breathe in to slowly rise. Place your two blocks off to the side near the back side of your mat, and please come down to your back. And stepping your feet apart on the ground, hips distance, parallel to each other. Start with one block, lift your hips and slide the lowest height of the block wide across your mat underneath your sacrum, the flat part of your lower back. Make sure it's not too high up towards the rib cage or too low towards the bottom of the glutes. Feel stable and comfortable. And then just notice how that feels, just gently opening up the front body, including the front of the solar plexus region. If there's not much feeling of opening there, grab the second block and stack it on top. Similarly, as the chest begins to rise a little more, tilt the chin back away from the chest. Keep your throat open so the breath can easily flow. You can always adjust the blocks. You can tilt one of them to the second level height if you need to go even higher than this. Or you can experiment and see how that feels. Feel the backs of your shoulders. Let them drop into the ground.
You might also rotate the upper arms externally so that your palms are facing up and the backs of the hands are on the ground. Bring the arms in really close to your sides. Help to open up the front of the shoulders. I'm going to invite you into a breathing technique here called Samavriti Pranayama, another one that helps to relax the nervous system. In English, it's called box breathing. And I'll invite you to really focus especially on breathing into the upper belly, mid-back, the region of the solar plexus that we're opening up here. So it goes like this. We'll breathe in for a count of 4, hold the breath a count of 4, breathe out a count of 4 through the nose, and hold the breath out a count of 4. When you're holding your breath, try to relax. Let's try 3 cycles together, 3 cycles on your own. So box breathing, empty this breath to prepare. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, hold 4, exhale 4, hold 4. Try 3 more on your own, 3 more cycles. Taking your time when you finish, let the breath go naturally. Noticing any effects of that breathing technique, box breathing. If you have 2 blocks stacked beneath your body, start by removing one. So we're gradually lowering the pelvis. Pause. Let a couple breaths pass. And then continue to remove any remaining props under your body so the pelvis lands on the floor. Gather your knees into your chest and gently rock side to side or any other direction. You could even circle the legs. Let's wrap the right leg over the left leg like eagle pose. Slide your hips towards the right edge of your mat. Open the right arm out to the right, grounding the shoulder. You can turn your gaze past it to stretch your neck in a spinal twist. Lift your feet. You might have pillows on the left side of your mat to catch the outer left leg if you need. Try to keep the right shoulder down and start to drop your leg slowly to the left. And once your legs are resting to their full range of the twist, if you want a deeper stretch in the lower back, place your left palm on your right outer hip. And with each breath out, press your right outer hip forward so it tilts gently towards the front edge of your mat.
Follow your awareness to the very end of the next exhalation before unwinding back to center and switching the cross of your legs. Sliding your hips towards the left edge of your mat. Open your left arm wide. Ground your left shoulder and maybe gaze past it to stretch your neck. And if you want to catch your legs with props, just transfer them over to your right side. Lift your feet and start to drop your knees slowly to the right. As your legs land, you might deepen the stretch in your lower back by using the right palm on the left outer hip to gently press the hip forward. Again, trace your awareness to the very end of the next exhalation. Before unwinding onto your back. Stretch the legs on the floor, raise the arms overhead. Give yourself any last gentle movements or stretches. Maybe happy baby or straddling the legs wide. Perhaps a few cleansing exhalations with the mouth wide or fluttering the lips. And then take your time placing your body in a comfortable resting position where you can splay out your limbs using any supportive props that you might find soothing for Shavasana. Close your eyes. And before we completely settle into the silence of Shavasana, I'm going to briefly guide you into a mindful body scan just to help relax the body in a more detailed way. So with eyes closed, body still, bring your awareness all the way to the top of your skull, sensing the scalp all around your skull, releasing any remaining tension, which then invites the skin on your forehead to relax, your eyes to relax more deeply, your jaw to unclench as your tongue melts into softening. Sense your neck all around it. Let go of any tension as well. Feel the weight of your left and right shoulders sink into the earth, inviting a buoyancy at your heart center. Allow your spine from your neck down to through your rib cage, down to the mid back, down to the lower back. Let it settle into its natural curves, relaxing the muscles all around your torso, including your belly. And as your belly softens, drop your attention downward to your pelvis, feeling your left and right hips. Let go of any gripping or effort. Sensing your pelvic floor relax. Let your awareness drip down to your left thigh as you feel all the way down to your left knee, relaxing your left calf, ankle, bottom of the left foot. Slide your awareness to your right thigh and feel the muscles all around the thigh bone, the right knee, shin bone, calf, sole, the right foot relax. Then feel your left arm from the upper arm down to the left fingertips, sinking into stillness. Feel your right arm from the upper arm down to the forearm and fingertips. Relax easefully. Feel your whole body embrace stillness as an invitation for you to drop deeper inward. Let your body rest a little longer. As you keep your eyes closed, just observe how your body is feeling now. And take your time, begin with small, subtle movements, starting to wake up your body. Ease into simple stretches. Eventually turn over to your right side and rest your head. Notice the quality of your natural breath now and observe your energy. Notice how you may have affected it through your practice. And as you're ready, take your time lifting your body up into a comfortable seated pose, Sukhasana, to be able to sit for 5 minutes in meditation. Let your spine be tall, your whole body relaxed, and for you to be grounded. You might rest the palms on your lap. You might place the hands stacked over your solar plexus region, whether the front and the back or just the front. I invite you to, if you feel comfortable, close the eyes and bring your awareness to the area of Manipura chakra at your upper belly, mid-back, all the way around, and even surrounding your physical body, as our energy is not limited to the physical body. Just bringing a curious, caring attention to anything you sense or feel in that region specifically. If the mind starts to go on a tangent, following other thoughts, feel the flow of your breath coming back to your center. You might dive into self-inquiry. How is my inner fire? How is my inner fire? As it shows up in your sense of discipline or motivation to achieve your goals. What is the quality of your inner fire in your physical digestion? Notice how you're feeling now mentally and emotionally. You might take a moment to offer gratitude to anything you'd like to recognize. Gratitude to those teachers in the past who through their efforts, allow these practices of yoga and working with our chakras to be available to us today. And revisit your personal prayer or intention. You might thank yourself for following through, which is a quality of your Manipura chakra, for showing up to your practice today. Think of whom you dedicated today's practice. And together, let's close. You might visualize your inner fire or a glowing bright yellow sun at your solar plexus, expanding and illuminating wherever you want to spread the energy of your inner fire. As we chant Ram 3 times to close, let in a deep breath. Ram. 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 The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.